Welcome to Business Line's State of the Economy podcast, where you'll find insight, analysis, and the story behind the numbers.
Hello and welcome to Business Line's State of the Economy podcast on real estate. This is your host Abhishek Law, and today we have with us Mr. Ahmed Al Khatib, the Chief Development and Delivery Officer of Expo City Dubai. Expo City Dubai, as we know, is the linchpin between Dubai Exhibition Centre, Al Maktoum International Airport, and the Jebel Ali Port. It is seen as a key driver of Dubai's economic agenda, the D33. This ambitious development features global headquarters for DP World, a pivotal player in the international trade, and the Dubai Exhibition Centre, a key economic driver. Welcome, Mr. Ahmed, to Business Line Podcast.
Thank you, Abhishek, for having me, and looking forward, inshallah, to give you a lot of information about what's happening and what's going on here in Expo City Dubai.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I'll just begin with one question. For people, as you know, we are based out of India and you're in Dubai. For people based out of here and for the listeners here, can you explain quickly what is Expo City Dubai and what are the investment opportunities there?
There are so much to talk about, Abhishek. Expo City Dubai, of course, it's the legacy of city of Expo 2020 event that happened in Dubai. It's innovation-driven, people-centric community rooted in the belief that collaboration can propel sustainable progress. Last month, we unveiled a new master plan, which signals a defining milestone for Expo City Dubai. The plan leverages a lot on Expo City's strategic location, adjacent to Al Maktoum International Airport, Jebel Ali Port, and the Dubai Logistic Corridor, and also, most importantly, the new exhibition center that will move from downtown Dubai existing location to Expo City Dubai. To establish the city as the new center of Dubai's future and offer opportunities to investors, businesses, and residences from all over the world. The city offers various opportunities for Indian investors, and we actually already started engaging a lot with a lot of Indian investors, specifically on the residential property, and of course, like leasing the office spaces that we already have in place within our area of Expo City Dubai. The commercial hub, as a commercial hub for businesses from around the world, Expo City offers an entryway to the Middle East, Africa, and other international markets as well. And so that will be providing Indian investors with significant opportunities in key growth sectors such as trade and logistics, technology and innovation and sustainability, and also events. Because we do have a lot of events venues that are more of like a world-class event venues as well. Something very important to mention, Abhishek, that Expo Cities is a world-class free zone. And we are a standalone free zone that facilitates seamless business operations. So businesses, including the entering to the region for the first time, can also do set up, scale, and grow, providing unparalleled access to the global hub of innovation and sustainability as well. And the ecosystem where like-minded entities collaborate to shape the future of any specific industries.
So you spoke about a couple of real estate investment opportunities, one of which was the residential and the other is also, of course, commercial leasing. Can you quickly elaborate on what sort of residential options people get there and who are these people who would need residential options there? Why the need for residential in a commercial zone? Is there some elaboration there?
Yeah, so the city is growing really fast as Expo City, and the exhibition center is moving to Expo City Dubai. And just to give you a scale of the size, the current existing Dubai exhibition center is 120,000 square meters. The new exhibition center that is being built here in Expo City is 180,000 square meters, which is like almost 1/3 of an extra space that is coming to place. as well as the businesses that are moving in, the tenants as well, and the density of growth of workers who are working, like office workers on site, build a need for adding a strong residential component. About 2 years ago, we started our residential projects. We launched Expo Valley, which is around 532 units, and between townhouses, villas, standalone villas, luxury villas, with the concept of living in nature. And that actually went out quickly, and we sold out completely on it. We sold out completely of Expo Valley, and actually if you look at the demography of the investors, India comes number one in terms of buyers for those residential units, whether they are investors or end users. We did continue to launch our residentials. We launched Mangrove Residences, 450 apartments, and then we followed that by Sky Residences, around 430 apartments. And lately, around a week ago, we launched Cedar Residences, is around also another 425 units. And we are planning to launch more and more residentials because the density is required for Expo City, because to accommodate for the need for the office spaces we have a lot of office spaces to offer. We already had world-class tenants that have moved in, if you talk about Siemens or the like of NG, the like of Emirates Airlines, the like of DP World. They are building their headquarters here in Dubai, in Expo City, and moving to here also. The like of Nestle as well, also one of our tenants that we are proud of. And to add to that, also the joint venture that we signed with Aldar. It's about 2 billion dirhams joint venture to develop commercial and hospitality buildings as well. All of that adds the needs that everybody who's working here will be, needing a place to live with a walkable experience within the city.
Right. So you said that India was amongst the top investors, or Indians were amongst the top investors. This is for the first phase of the project, that is Expo Valley, or it is all across now that new complexes are coming up? What is the scenario of Indian investments there?
In general, if you look at Dubai market, like the Indian investors, are on the top three buyers of the any real estate projects that happens there. In Expo City, our products are very niche and very unique, and attracts a lot of nationalities from across the world, globally, because we really focus on sustainability as our number one pillar, technology as well, the landscaping, the attention to details, basically everything that we have, how we master plan and built Expo. We following the same ethics of ethos of how we developed in terms of design or construction or attention to details, and very, very important that our Expo brand is known as delivering on time, and if not before. So we've done this before. We know how to do it. We know how to approach it from different perspectives in order to achieve the deadlines, if not even before that. So all of this makes Expo City as a very niche, attractive product, whether for investors or for end users. We have introduced very attractive payment plans as well. And we also looked at all the sectors, whether they are small families or larger families. So we have everything on the menu where the investor or the end user wishes to have. The amenities we have in our product is very unique. The technology part, the smart home systems, and everything. This makes it really an exceptional experience. And of course, the ecosystem where those are located within Expo City. The city was built with the state-of-the-art infrastructure across. All our buildings around those residential units are LEED Gold or LEED Platinum certified. High attention to details, a lot of entertainment activities around the residential offerings, and part of a story that never ends on sustainability and technology, in line with the Dubai Future Urban Planning 2040. And we continue to push boundaries and always make it this unique, exceptional offer.
So, when we talk about Indian investments, what is can you share some number of how much of Indian investments have gone into the real estate there, and what sort of numbers are you expecting now?
The numbers of, if we start with if we look at it from the population growth of the city, like since 2020, we have, as Dubai, increased by 100,000 per year. So if you look at it like from 2020 until now, it's around the increase is around between 400 and 500,000 people who chose Dubai to come and live here and work here and establish their businesses here as well. So the number continues to grow, and of course, like the government target is to reach 1 trillion of transactions in a very short term in real estate itself. So together with the government plans and the government plans and the facilities, the facilitations that the government provide, we're looking at a significant growth in the next like 2 to 3 years for the Indian investors. If we look at our unit prices here in Expo City, for example, our townhouse starts from 3.2 to around 4.9 million, and this is all sold out, and mostly to Indian end users and investors. If we look at our one bedrooms, starts from 1.8 million all the way to the one bedroom to around 2.4 million. And if you look at our three bedrooms, also starts from around 3.1 million to 4.9 million. So all of this gives you an indication that the numbers are big and huge, and the trust relationship remains the most important thing. That the competition in the market in general is very, very strong, and everybody is trying to offer the best. And we are very satisfied with the numbers we are achieving here at Expo City. With the mix of the demography we have, we are extremely also very satisfied. And we will continue to ensure that we deliver to the promises and, of course, to deliver on time.
And these numbers that you said, 3.2 to 4.9 in case of townhouses, 1.8 to 2.4, these are in dirhams, right?
This is in dirhams, correct. Yeah.
And is there possibility of a breakup between how much is investor driven and how much is end user driven from Indian investment side?
It's a mixed use actually, and we do have some people who actually started with buying some of the apartments as investors, and eventually, between the time they bought the apartments or the villas or the unit, then they decided to keep it as their future house. The reason why, because a lot of announcements have been made since we launched our residential projects, and then people didn't know what was coming up next. And then, of course, like I would say that in the last year, 3 strong announcements have been made that actually changed how the investors were looking at this area, and also changed the perspectives and the positioning of Expo City. Of course, the 3 big announcements were Al Maktoum International Airport, the exhibition center moving to here, the logistics corridor between Jebel Ali and Dubai Logistics Corridor, and of course, like the signing with Addar. All of this added a strong momentum to the location that changed the whole strategy of investment. A lot of the investors, they just jump in and buy and then flip it later. And then this later now is becoming a much longer period that people realizing this is going to be the center of the new future center of Dubai. This is where the opportunities, to hold to the opportunities as long as possible, because to achieve a better investment return on any investment you do here in Expo City. And it continues to grow in general.
And sir, have you done any profiling of these Indian buyers? Are these corporates? Are these company promoters? Are these HNIs? How do you categorize them?
It's actually, to be honestly, it's like a mix between both. When it comes to individual, we have a good number of individuals who have invested in Expo Valley, which is because of its uniqueness and unique offering. It's like townhouses, villas, and standalone villas with the concept of living in nature. The high-end villas, they overlook a reserve area that is full of gazelles, and it gives you a great feeling that you are living in nature, literally. We have a similar strong number within our the three apartment towers that are under construction right now. The unique offering that we have here, it's actually we have the destination already built, which is Expo. And then we have those plots that are being developed within the city. So in terms of a complete infrastructure, when I say complete infrastructure, we have everything you can think of around the development, and a plot now is, an apartment tower like Mangrove or Cedar or Sky are being under construction right now. But as an entire city, in terms of roads, in terms of public realm, in terms of parks, in terms of facilities, everything is built there. So it puts Expo City as one of the number one choices when it comes to investors and to end users. The return on investment is actually, anybody can calculate it. It can be significant. It could be reaching at some stage up to 8-9%. And it goes without saying, the exhibition center is a major key player when it comes to operation in 2026. Whether on your property, if you want to rent it as a holiday home, if it is as a long-term home, as a serviced apartment, as a short stay, it just like, look at it right now, like the full city gets extremely busy, whether on the roads or on the hotels or in the holiday homes or anywhere, short stay, long stay, whenever there's, during the exhibition season. And right now, the exhibition season actually stretches along the entire year. So it is, it goes without saying, like, there's no doubt any yield or on any investment here is going to be very, very good yield.
You also spoke about simplified or easy payment options that has been a major draw amongst Indian investors and end users. Can you share a couple of lines on these and how easy these are when you compare it with, let's say, some other payment options in Dubai?
Yeah. If we look at our payment plans, when we first started with the Expo Valley for the townhouses and that typology of buildings, townhouses and villas, we had 3 years upon completion of construction. You pay 50%, and then 3 years to pay the remaining 50% on equal installments. If we look at Mangrove, our payment plans was stretching across 8 years of payment plans. So up to completion, that's 50%, and then that is 3 years. And then after completion, you have 5 years to complete the payment, another 50%. And for Cedar, our latest project, we have up to completion and handover 70%, and then 30% over 2 years, 15% each year after handing over the buildings. If you look across Dubai right now, most developers, they don't offer post-handover payment plan. Most of them, you get at handover stage, you just pay 100% of the total of the unit price. So at handover, the unit is fully paid for. So this is how our payment plan is structured, was structured, and is structured in the new projects like of Sidr, as I mentioned before, 70% up to completion, and then 30% post handover, 15% per year.
And so, how has the interest been amongst commercial properties there from Indian investors or Indian corporates?
So we have our commercial offering is extremely unique. We have our total the current existing built as grade A offices that are ready to move in. All of our buildings are grade A offices. The current shortage in the market, in Dubai market, is on grade A offices. But in Expo City Dubai, we have them here and ready to move in. There's a lot of tenants have already moved into Expo City, and they are in the fit-out stage. And the uniqueness as well, in addition to grade A offices, is the free zone flexibility that we have here in Expo City.
What sort of Indian companies have invested in commercial space in Dubai for grade A offices?
Okay, so in general, we have about, as you know, we have about more than almost 400 million Indians live here in Dubai. And they are, amongst the largest, of course, real estate investors in Dubai, and also in the offices as well. So right now we have signed recently with the Indian Institute of Foreign Trade that will open their first overseas campus at Expo City Dubai in 2025, with a view to advancing commercial and educational interests between India and the UAE. And they will work with Expo City Dubai on research projects in so many areas and activities focused on sustainability and innovation. We still are in talk with many other significant investors, Indian, whether on the office market or the commercial market. When I say commercial, this is more of shopping malls type or hotels, hospitality, and the discussions are still ongoing. The biggest milestone we had that actually triggered so many interests from India was the reveal of our master plan that happened recently and changed a lot of the positioning of Expo City, and we are continuing those discussions with the investors.
So a last question from my end is, considering that India is working on a India-Middle East corridor, a trade route all by itself, have you seen any interest from shipping companies or warehousing companies or shipping lines to set up shop there?
Our vision is very clear. Our focus is on sustainability and technology and logistics as well. And of course, it's a very important thing to look at that type of industry. And we are working very close with DP World, who was our partners in Expo event, and we continue to have that strong relation with them. It's a big logistic center. It can be considered as a big Expo City can be considered as a big logistic center, given the location with the proximity to Jebel Ali Port, Al Maktoum International Port, around 45 minutes from Abu Dhabi International Airport and 45 minutes from the current existing airport. So it still continues logistics and cargo and everything, especially from India, remains a very important interest for us here at Expo City. And we are working with our partners to closely monitor the right opportunities that can be brought to Expo City. And inshallah, we should have something very soon on that category.
Right, sir. That was my last question. If there's some, would you like to add something on the future of the project from Indian side? Is there something would like to replicate in India? Would like to say on replicating in India here?
Yeah, for the moment, our focus is on expanding our real estate and commercial opportunities within Expo City Dubai. However, always as a blueprint for sustainable urban development, we welcome, any opportunities, and we stay on alert for any opportunities to share knowledge and ideas with the city planners around the world. We will also host the annual flagship Cities in Action forum, and it will return back again in February 2025, and it will offer opportunities for investors and innovators to be at the forefront of Dubai's growth and sharing insights to catalyze partnerships and shape more sustainable and resilient cities. Also in 2025, Expo City will host the Asia Pacific Cities Summit, and the event's first time in the Middle East to happen. And the event will attract a global network of those at the very front of shaping cities for the future, and will focus on creating business and investment opportunities and sustainable growth and urbanization.
So that was all from my end, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your time, and
thank you very much.
Lovely to host you on the show and speak to you about Expo City. Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
a lot. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.